Right now, when you check your bank balance, you probably think of money as something normal, something that has always existed. But money as you know it has only existed for about 2.7% of human history. For the other 97.3%, your ancestors lived without it completely. And what they did instead reveals something about money that nobody teaches you today. Something that explains why you feel the way you feel about it right now. In school, most of us were taught the same story. Ancient people used to barter. Trade a cow for a bag of grain. Trade labor for food. And eventually, to make trading easier, money was invented. It sounds logical. It is also largely wrong. In 2025, researchers at the University at Albany published a study that confirmed what anthropologists have known for decades. Barter, as a pre-money economic system, never actually existed the way we were taught. No historian has ever found a society that operated purely on barter before discovering money. Not one. What ancient people actually used instead was something far more human and far more powerful than coins or cash. Ancient economies ran on something much older than money. They ran on trust, debt, and social obligation. Here's how it worked. You help me build my house today. I do not pay you immediately, but I owe you, and the entire community knows I owe you. That debt, that social obligation, was the currency. In Mesopotamia, 5,000 years ago, merchants used small clay tokens to track these obligations, not to represent gold or silver, to represent a promise. I owe you this much grain. I owe you this much labor. The first money was not a coin. It was a record of what one human owed another. And here is what makes this extraordinary. The earliest known coins, appearing around 600 BCE in Lydia, were not invented by merchants trying to trade more easily. They were invented by governments to pay soldiers and then collect those same coins back as taxes. Money was not created to help you. Money was created to control you. That distinction matters more than most people realize. Before coins, ancient civilizations used something else entirely as currency. Salt was so valuable in ancient Rome that soldiers were paid in it. The word salary comes directly from the Latin word for salt. In ancient China, bronze coins were shaped like farming tools, not because they were artistic, but because the tools themselves were once used as currency. Cowrie shells were used as money across Africa, Asia, and parts of Europe for over 4,000 years. In ancient Sparta, coins were made deliberately from iron to be heavy and worthless outside Sparta, so their citizens could not trade with the outside world. Financial isolation as government policy. In 600 BCE, every single one of these currencies had one thing in common. They were not valuable because of what they were made of. They were valuable because people agreed they were valuable. Money has never been real. It has always been a shared belief. And the moment a society stops believing, the money collapses. So what does any of this have to do with your life right now? Everything. The anxiety you feel when your bank account is low is the same anxiety your ancestors felt when their social obligations were unpaid. The relief you feel when you get paid is the same relief they felt when a debt was cleared. Money did not create these feelings. These feelings created money. And here is the most important thing. Your relationship with money is not about numbers. It never was. It is about trust, security, belonging, status. The same things ancient humans used money and debt and salt and shells to manage. The tools changed. The psychology never did. Understanding that is the difference between a poor mind and a rich mind. A poor mind reacts to money emotionally, without ever understanding why. A rich mind understands where those emotions come from and chooses how to respond to them. Money was invented to control behavior. 5,000 years later, it still does. The only question is, are you the one controlling it? Or is it controlling you? Subscribe to Rich Mind, Poor Mind.